Hi, Stephanie Massman here today, and I couldn't be more excited because I am going to introduce to you one of my business coaches, because not only is she written up in all kinds of books, 2 books recently that are flying off the shelf, she really gets and understands that in order for people like us who are entrepreneurs to really grow their business, it really is about human connections, and it's about the relationships that we build. Because as we're out and about and we're networking, we're always meeting people, and a lot of times, you know, we'll meet somebody and maybe we'll give them a card, but we don't stay in touch with them, and we don't follow up, and we don't build relationships. And so what I've learned from Darla these last, probably about the last year and a half, she has helped me grow my business in ways that nobody else has. So you guys are really in for a treat. And here she is, Darla DeGrande.
Thanks, Stephanie. Hi, everyone. I am always excited to be able to speak and share, because when your life is all about relationships, there's so many incredible things that are constantly coming towards you. So how did this all get started for me? I'm 51 years old now, and I'm one of those typical kids that went to high school and dropped out and just went on to become an entrepreneur. I was an entrepreneur. And I tell people all the time, if you have a teenager that's a little bit struggling or challenged, just hang on. They're an entrepreneur and they don't fit in the box, and they're going to make you really proud one day. And so I'm excited, and I want to just kind of share a little story with you to how I got to be where I am. These are the 2 books that Stephanie's talking about. Life's Real Currency is Human Connections. If you put that together, because where do all opportunities in life come from? They come through people. Where does love come from? Through people. Where does referrals come from? Through people. Where do invites and VIP lists come from? Through people. So when you can master the art of this is what happens in life. When I was a kid, I used to read the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm sure all of you have read it and know what it is because you're an entrepreneur. The Guinness Book of World Records, when I was young, had a story in there about Joe Girard, the story of the #1 world's best salesman. And his claim to fame is that he used to write cards to say thank you and I appreciate you and happy birthday and happy anniversary and all that sort of stuff. So when I got out of high school, I went to beauty school because I wanted to be an entrepreneur and get on with life. And so I opened up my first salon very young. From day one, we implemented the same system that Joe Girard did, and I'm going to fast forward you to 19 years. So through 19 years, by then we had 5 high-end hair salons and spas. I bought my partner out at 9 years into the journey. I grew it to 16,000 clients, and we were in the top 100 fastest growing salons in the country. And we were doing $3 million a year with a ridiculous payroll of $55,000 every 2 weeks. And anybody and everybody that had money or was somebody came to our salon, and it was a waiting list for weeks to get an appointment. And that was because we understood the art of appreciation and gratitude. When you can get from someone's head to their heart, and you can stay not just front of mind, but front of mind and center of heart, you now have a relationship, and we all know that's where opportunities and loyalty and referrals come from. And so there's an art behind all this. And so we retired from the salon industry in 11 years ago and learned 2 things that every entrepreneur understands, and that's leverage and residual income. Leverage and residual income are fueled by human connections. And opportunities and referrals, regardless if you're in a brick and mortar business or you're in a network marketing business or a direct sales business, the definition of business is something that requires an investment and then a transaction between a customer to a product or a service for a profit. And the one at the top makes all the profits. Okay, so business is business, whether you invested into a network marketing business, a direct sales business, a construction business, or a hair salon. You made an investment. Some investments are a couple $100, some investments are a couple $100,000. But what you need inside of that business are fans, followers, customers, supporters, believers. If it's a church, it's got to be believers. They're still tithing. It goes to the top. It's all the same. And so when you learn the art of human connections and the art of attraction marketing, when you can attract people towards you and you're not having to chase people and push them away from you, everything comes in abundance your way. It's called the law of reciprocity. You're going to learn how to put yourself out in a way that brings people back towards you. And so if you've never heard of the tool send out cards, I want you to get with Stephanie, and I want you to get at least a free account so that you can start implementing this art with a few methodologies that I'm going to give you examples of and share with you here today. So a couple arts of attraction marketing. See, before you can get referrals, you need to attract people towards you, right? If you don't have customers, who's going to go tell their friends about you? So there's different types of marketing in the world, and all of us market in the yellow pages and flyers and billboards and ads and magazines and school things and banners. And let me give you this one little analogy. Let's just say that you paid $10,000 for a billboard sign on the side of the road. When is the last time you were driving down the freeway and you saw a billboard sign to a place that you visited before? Every day, right? We visit places every day. Once in a while, I've been there, I've heard of that place. Oh yeah, I was there once. But when is the last time you drove down the freeway and you saw a billboard sign and you pulled over on the side of the road to pick up the phone and call the owner in tears and say to them, that is the nicest thing that anyone has ever done for me. I just can't even believe this. And then you called another friend to say, you have got to come down here and look at this billboard on the side of the road. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. And that's because those people and traditional marketing and advertising is pitching and selling. And people don't like to be pitched and sold, right? The one who gives without asking to receive is the one who goes around the people that are pitching and selling and becomes attractive. I want to share a couple stories with you. I was scrolling Facebook a year and a half ago, and I'm in a group where our community is where we live. And this one guy, I had made a post and he said something positive or funny on it. I don't even remember what he said. But I went in and I looked at who he was. And I noticed he was very highly connected. And it was just his birthday the previous weekend before that. And so I sent him a private message and I said, hey, thanks for the positive comments. Can I ask for your mailing address, please? I see that you just had a birthday, smiley face. He didn't know what or why or nothing, but everybody wants a present, right? So he's not going to tell someone no. So he sent me his address, and all I did is I took his banner picture and I put it on a birthday card, and I sent him a box of brownies, and I did it all right from my phone to his mailbox, a box like this with a beautiful card inside of it, his picture on it, and it just said, I wanted to wish you a happy belated birthday. Thanks again for the positive comment. That's all it said. Oh, and I think I said, I'm attracted to positive people. And today he's one of my best, closest friends. And it's evolved so big that business between us has now turned into a business between us. And that is how you attract people towards you. I'll give you another example. My mother just had her 83rd birthday. So I took this picture of her in her shirt, and it says, at my age, I've seen it all, I've done it all, and I've heard it all. I just can't remember it all. So I put this picture on the front of a card, and I sat and I wrote on the back of it, not on the back of it with my hand. I did it from my phone. So I took the card and I said, Mom, I want to know, because my mom's had people in her life for a long time that have been very a part of her. I said, I want to know who your gardener is. I want to know who your plumber is, your maintenance guy, your two best friends. I want their address. I want the address of anybody that touches your life in a positive way. And I sent every single one of those people this card, and I said, you don't know me, but I'm this crazy lady's daughter. My mom's a crazy lady in a good way. I'm this crazy lady's daughter, and I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate the role that you play in my mother's life, and for the reason she smiles every day. You have a lot to do with that. I can't even tell you what that has done. It brings those people towards you. People started picking up the phone and calling me. We had long conversations. I've already had dinner with a couple of those people, but that is the art of attraction. When you can find a reason to celebrate a stranger, it turns a stranger instantly into a friend, an acquaintance into a friend. I get invited to something where I can fill my calendar every night with 3 events. And that's because I celebrate people. When I go somewhere, I take a group picture and I find everybody's address and I send everybody in that picture that memory on print. And it goes from here to here to here to here. And that 18 inches that everybody in sales is always trying to figure out how to get to the end of the line in is here. And this system allows me to continue to develop those relationships, because once you attract, you must retain and then maintain, so that they will go tell all their friends about you. Because when somebody gets a card like this, or how about this? This past Mother's Day, I sent out about 400 or 500 of these in one click of a button to 400 or 500 mom friends that I know, because I'm always aware, I'm listening and watching for who goes in what category as I meet them. When they're a mother or a parent, I put them in a group called parents, mothers, fathers, grandparents. When they are entrepreneurs, I have a group that is entrepreneur. When they're direct sales, I put them in a group called direct sales. I put them in a group for whatever is the category that they do, so that I can speak to them and I can lift them up and inspire and celebrate them to move along in their journey. Because you never know what people are looking for out of life, what their needs are, and where the future is going with your relationship. And so that's why it's important to make those connections. So I sent this out to, I would say it was 450 moms, and it's in my own handwriting. Everyone is addressed with their name and signed with my signature in an envelope, off in the mail, stamped, postage, everything delivered. It took me probably 3 to 5 minutes to make the card, but to get hundreds of them in the mail the next day, I had nothing to do with. The company does it all for you. So this one says, "Dear Lori Beth," because this one's a Lori Beth, "from my heart to your hands, the first ever bouquet of flowers that never dies. As a matter of fact, the less you water them, the longer they last. I hope I made you smile today. Happy Mother's Day, Darla." So this went out last Mother's Day. I had dozens of ladies call me in tears and tell me it was the only Mother's Day card they have gotten, that they've never even received a card from their kids, because their kids are millennials and millennials don't know this art. They got lost when social media was born. That's why this generation today has so much depression, and they can't look you in the eye and say, "I love you," and they have a hard time communicating. Because when social media was born, I, like many of us, said, "Oh, it's cheaper, it's faster, it's more affordable. Get rid of the payroll, get rid of the employees, start emailing and start using social media. I can reach more people, cover more space," which is true. But what it did is it removed that human connection. It put everybody in a group of their own. Okay, so think about your birthday on Facebook. If you get 450 Facebook happy birthdays from people, how many do you actually remember? But if you get a birthday card, a heartfelt birthday card in the mail that looks like this, that maybe has your child's pictures in it, or maybe some pictures from your birthday, or a card like this that you get it in the mail with your pictures on it, you're going to remember forever who sent you that card, because you're looking at it every day as you're getting up, because you have it on your wall or on your refrigerator or on your mantle. And these are the types of relationships that are deep. And so I even today get text messages from people about this card that say, "Can you believe your flowers are still alive?" Or they'll send me a picture of it on their wall and they'll say, "You make me smile every day." And that's what you want to do. When you can touch somebody and get here, and it's about them and it's not about you. You know, when you get your realtor's flyers in the mail and you see his picture on it, you don't frame it. But if that was your picture on it, you'd frame it, right? Because it was all about you. This releases dopamine. Dopamine is the drug, the love drug. And when you can get it naturally, that's when you become remembered. Remembered in somebody's life. So that's the art of attraction. And then from there, you can do things like touching on people. Right now, the holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving is the month where the faster you can tell people how much you appreciate the role they play in your life, the faster you're going to have more business, more referrals, more relationships, more opportunities, and more human connections. Here's an example. Give thanks. Now, this is from a construction company. This is not from a single person. A construction company that sent out a simple card just like this in their own handwriting. It says, "We often take for granted things that deserve our gratitude the most." And then at the top it says, "Dear Darla, it's not only my family, friends, and loved ones that I am thankful for. I am also thankful to my customers because you're the ones that provided for the opportunity that created my living. Thank you once again, and may you and your family have a happy and healthy holiday season. What if you got this in the mail from your contractor and you were thinking about having a remodel done in your home? Do you think you would call them again? 100%. And the reason why is people do business, and people want to be friends with, and people want to hang out with people that make them feel valued, appreciated, and important. All right. I talk a lot, but can you tell that I'm excited about what I talk about? I truly, truly believe this is the answer. This art is the answer to depression, happiness, friendships, relationships, networks of all those people. So Stephanie, thank you for having me. Is there anything else you want me to talk about or cover?
I really truly believe that what you put out, like you say, you get back. And so to me, I feel so good when I can sit in the morning in my bed and just send out a couple cards, just knowing that I'm going to make somebody's day. And just my life recently has really good things have been happening in my life. And I think it's because I'm also releasing good out into this world. If more people just released good out and showed appreciation and gratitude, even if it wasn't for business, just because the world, I think, would be a better place all the way around.
You're absolutely right.
With that, I just want, I want to thank you so much. I've been wanting you as a guest on my show for a while. For any of you who are looking for an awesome business coach, I can't speak more highly about Darla, and what she teaches me with this system has helped me in more ways than just for my business. So thank you so much, Darla. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Stephanie, and thank you everyone for watching. I highly encourage you all to get back with Stephanie and do a demo, send a card, get a free account, and every day send one random act of kindness out into the world to touch somebody who least expects it, somebody who's suffering, somebody who's going through depression, somebody who just lost a loved one, someone who's elder. Just touch them. Tell them that you're thinking about them and that you just wanted to make them smile and let them know that you appreciate the role that they play in their life. It's incredible what it does. All right, everyone, have a great day.
Thank you so much, Darla. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.